Basically, in today's video, I was very, very bored. And to be honest, I kind of missed the old days of Fortnite. So I decided that I would go to some squads today, and the plan was actually to edit really fast and get some reactions. But instead, I actually got matched up with an 8-year-old. Yes, you heard me right, an 8-year-old. And let's just say...
Hello?
Damn it, 2 letters, bot.
You is too.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I
you
do
is.
3. No. 3.
How you do 3? You can't even do
Because
3.
I don't do edit on release no more.
Oh. You edit fast without edit on release? Nope.
No.
Nope.
But I'm trying to stop using edit on release. And I might just need edit on release because I don't got no freaking edit permission so I can build edit on release.
I know how to build now. I got my building back.
Can you give me permission when it is?
Oh. Let me go to my island.
You probably could build, but you can't do much stuff as you do it on Builder Pro.
I gave you permission? Oh.
You can double edit.
Yep. It's just gonna take a long time because when I edit so far away from it, it's gonna edit twice. See? It's gonna like edit twice when I...
No, not that double edit.
What? What?
This one. You edit 2 times.
I can retake?
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. Cause you can tell. I can't even, I gotta move to freaking do it. I can't even edit a stair. Let me float you. No, on that one. The other one.
How do you edit that fast between float?
I don't know. I got you. I got you a lot of times, dude. You can't float me because you don't edit. You don't got edit and release them.
I could float still.
Wow, float me. Okay.
You can't do it.
If I get my confirm button on, I'll probably be floating. Well, not floating, probably. Confirm. Let's see what my stuff do without edit and release now. Without edit and release, and I got OS confirm. Let's see. Feelings was not good. That is not good. What is this? Let me see if I can float you still with this thing. Trash. My phone keeps floating. Come here, bro. Come here, bro. I'm right here, bro. I'm behind you, bro. I'm Tico, bro. I edit faster than Tico, bro. Well, not with this confirm button on, but... Did you ever see Tico edits? Hello?
What?
You ever saw Tico edits?
No. They trash on it.
I can tell. He never freaking show off his edits. People would have been hitting me like crazy if I had this one. Wait, I bought it if I turn this of confirm. A triangle confirm. A triangle. Oh yeah, I got nothing to do, so let me. This gonna be so good. Yeah, I can work these. Oh, that's what always put on my sleeve. Now we the 1v1. I got my stuff ready too. Man, like I said. Heard me, Green?
What?
Now we do 1v1. Now I can win now. I got my edits and my builds. It's just I can edit us there.
It's trash, bro.
You, bro. You can't even edit like fast as me.
I could. And you cheating.
How? If I use regular, I'm not used to.
You can't even double edit. You just sit right there and edit. You can't move while you edit and you buy.
It's okay. I'm not used to Build a Pro no more. See, I'm not used to this no more. I can do a triple edit. I mean, not a triple edit. What is this? I got this. I used to be editing fast with freaking edit on release on O, and now I edit slow. I used to be floating people's. Just kidding. Not on O, but now I float. I'm for the float you when you being still right now. Like I should. I just floated you so much times. Then I stopped. Twist. Like I should. Let me float you real quick. I can handle him. Hold up. I can handle him. Now he's bigger than me, stronger than me, and he's better than me, better than me. His arms a little bit longer than me, but he ain't on a Jersey song with me. I'm gonna float you and me. I can only float a little.
You can't even float. You're a bot.
Yes, I can.
You can barely float. Like,
Alright, come on then. Come on.
you can barely float yourself.
Okay, buddy. I can float myself.
You're literally a bot.
You can't float yourself either.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
I do it plenty of times. What are you talking about?
Alright, do it then. Do it right now.
Hold on. And I'm not using that piece, so I don't know if I can do it. Bot.
I can. Hold up.
At least I don't want to cheat the game to get faster edits.
How am I cheating the game?
I mean, you are, obviously.
They should have never added
Remember
this.
why you edited?
They should have never added in the game.
It's not really cheating the game. You just a bot. And who edits with that?
I'm underwater. Please help me.
Who edited that?
What?
I don't even know what that is.
What? What is what? Oh.
That one be ain't easy.
Huh? Alright, go back to hook. Go back to hook.
Don't
Wait.
stop calling me.
Let me float you. I can barely float you. Just kidding. I'ma float you like a boss, bro. You're so big at the game. I'ma float you like a boss. Let me float you. Okay, I see. You kinda crack. Well, you is crack. You probably just got on the game. Stand right here. You see my marker, so. Okay. You up here, you up there.
You can't even do that with your stand.
Duh, I can't.
You literally just edit.
Come on, float me. I float you. Oh, I gotta sit underneath. Alright, come on. Stand up there, bro. I can.
Oh, I thought I fell.
Oh my god, that's why I was hurting. Hold up, bro. This just took my skin. Alright, bro, I'm back, bro. I'm back, bro. I told you I can float you a lot of times, bro. I can float you with wood, even though I mess up a lot with wood. Let me see if I can float you on wood, cause I mess up a lot on wood.
Talking about you a mad grower.
I am.
If you was a mad
Stand right there.
grower, you could do it longer. Do it then. Exactly.
I can do it on metal, at least. You can't do it on metal. Well, you probably can. I can hear you, do you? Come float. Come float. Come float. Come float me.
At least I don't cheat.
How? How is this
I'm
cheating?
not using it on release. And I'm not pressing 2 buttons.
Come on, stand right there then.
So don't bash me. Look at you talking about me.
You couldn't even float me that much.
I did it once. You did it once. What are you talking about?
But I can do it more. It's just...
Alright, let me go again then.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Finally.
3, 4.
4. Watch me do it now. Oh look, I just edit myself down. Watch me do it now. Come here. Come here. Right here. I can't do it. Come on. I can't do it. How much was that, huh?
Like 3.
No, it was not.
Do it again.
Alright.
I didn't count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever it is.
You just counted, bro. That wasn't even how much you did it, bro. What are you talking about?
I did. I counted.
You literally just counted fast.
Alright, you want me to count slow? Okay, go. Go right
No,
there.
bro.
I can't even float you and break. I'm gonna try to make something invisible and break. I ain't make that invisible. I should make this invisible with brick. And brick is the hardest. Just kidding. You on poor connection. Your phone gonna do it? I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, baby.
Woke up one day and was like, yeah.
If I fix my stuff back, I'm gonna be a bomb. I'm gonna be a boss. Okay, buddy.
If I go on edit release, I'll be better. I mean, I already am, but.
Well, not that much. Not for that. Because I'm actually catching up.
With edits, you can't catch up to be better than me. Edits don't matter. It's called skill.
It's just how I edit fast, dude. I'm gonna build a pro, so don't judge me right now. Wait, on my real stuff, can I edit fast as well? Yep. Wait, let me search you on the pyramid. Wait, never mind. I messed up. Yeah, baby.
My yard.
Yeah, baby.
My yard's not to be cleaning.
Yeah, baby. Oh my god. I literally just flew out of the map right now.
This kid said it's trash.
Who, my sense?
You're
Oh.
still trash too.
Cause I just changed it.
Not your sense, your settings.
I know that's right. You don't have to tell me twice.
So wait, so you ain't gotta tell me twice.
Yeah, baby. Alright, let me see.
Wait,
Edit. Keep editing. Let me see if we can make something visible. Nah. You might well just get off these bills.
what?
You might well just get off those settings already because those settings slow. What kind of settings do he play on, bro?
I don't care about my editor no more. I don't need to be a macro chief.
You is a macro shield.
All I really care about is being better than you.
Wow. Wow. Oh, baby. I can make a brick invisible. But I'll make something else invisible. And that is no. When I get good at Builder Pro again, yep. You're gonna be done for your life. You're gonna be done for your life. You're gonna be
You're
done.
not. You're not a double win. How you gonna win?
Cause you're gonna be done for your life. You're gonna be done for your life. You're gonna be done for your life. You're gonna be done. See? See how slow I edit now?
Not you. Not you.
You the float yourself? Nah, not with those
Of course I could.
Okay, buddy.
You know I can float myself. Don't act dumb.
Not with those settings.
Yes, I could.
Okay, do it.
At least I'm about to copy nobody's settings.
You copying it right now.
I'm not. I have to change my stuff back.
So why you said this guy settings are bad?
No, I said I'm not using edit or release.
Okay.
I wasn't changing my settings.
Bro, you're so bad at floating yourself. I'm good at floating myself. Just kidding. Oh, find out how to dance now. Which one do I press to dance? I'll press X. Rossin. See, you can float yourself like me. You looking dead at me, bro. face. Oh my god, how did I not pass the barrier yet? That's the real reason. Cause the barrier should be all the way over here. I literally going so far right now and the barrier is not here. Oh, there we go. There's the barrier. That's all for. I don't wanna play cause you alright. Bro, where are you? You're so bad. Oh, let me see you edit that window. Oh my god. You're so fast. Oh my god, how do you edit that fast? Oh my god, you're so fast. Bro, how you are editing that fast? I can't even see your pickaxe moving. I'm finna go on the public game real quick, bro. Well, not a public, but field game real quick, bro. I ain't good, bro. I'm finna get my edits way better. Bye. Rosin. Woods.
This 8-year-old literally couldn't edit for his life and he was getting bullied.
Rosin.
Save now during the Black Friday sneak peek at BrandSmart USA. This Sony 75-inch 4K Smart TV is only $9.98.
Editing so fast, you made wood invisible, even though that's not possible.
Showing how to make wood invisible. Huge shout out to Ravens for showing me how to do this. You guys should check them out. Super underrated. And yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of the video.
I look how fast that is. That's insane.
How to edit fast. Fast. Oh,
This guy's terrible.
fast.
Remember, Miles, you're Spider-Man.
turn that on, you'll be editing way faster. You can like spam edit more. Like this is me. Edit on release is like really faster than it's gonna help you out. So if you don't have edit on release on, let me know. Cause like I bet most people didn't have it on, they didn't even know about it. But yeah, that's the first tip.
Anyways, how fast will I be after watching these tips?
If you want to edit as fast as Lil Timmy, do is watch through the whole video and soak up all the tips. The video is really not that long, so just sit down, grab some food, and enjoy and get better at editing. I've hidden one secret tip throughout the video, so make sure you find it and use it in game to double your editing speed. This video is going to include how to get lower latency, better ping, and faster response time on console to make you edit faster. Also, drop a like on the video in 5 seconds or nothing will happen, it just helps me out a lot. Also, if you're looking to get better on console every single day, make sure to subscribe because I'm always dropping tips to get faster at editing, get better aim, and give you the aimbot settings and macro settings for your controllers to make you into a beast. Other than that, guys, let's jump straight into the crisp when building and editing. Sometimes you may notice when you get on early in the morning, your game feels super clean and responsive. As you can see, some of my builds here aren't going through and just feel quite clunky overall. This happens and make your game feel run around through a few fresh, ready for delay for editing. If there's a delay to it, come over to your settings and make sure that your edit hold time is maximized just like so, and then once it is maximized, you'll go ahead. Turn it all the to 0, apply it, go back out for a second, build, come back in and turn the edit hold time to max again and apply that. Even though most of you guys are using a single edit bind, this will still maximize your editing delay and make it way lower than ever before and feel way more responsive.
Oh, let's go.
Now, I know this next tip sounds crazy, but just hear me out. You guys want to improve the speed of editing? Well, speed also comes with the same thing as a consistency. All good editors and all fast editors are good, but it's because they're very consistent with their edits to landing every single edit they make. Now, if you want to improve your consistency, turning on auto open doors could be the key to that. So when it comes to complex editing, sometimes you guys might actually edit a door rather than the Dorito edit you were looking for. Now, this completely cuts your edit and it will ruin your consistency overall. And of course, I'll have my build map edit out, so I'll have to close this off, then hit X to walk through and carry on. But if we come into our settings and actually turn on auto open doors, this means that if we ever run into a door that's like this, you can just walk into it, even if you have your building map out just like so, you can just walk straight through it and carry on with your build, making you more consistent and faster. Now a word from our sponsor. So this is the new HyperX Cloud Stinger Core Wireless Gaming Headset. They're also compatible with new generation consoles, PS5s and PCs. Now you
Discover more about what matters to you with the Doodle app, like new recipes, fitness trends, the arts,
chainsaw starts instantly and features a brushless motor that provides power equivalent to a 32cc gas model. The unstoppable power without the hassles of gas. Now quieter than ever, the blower reaches speeds of 120 miles per hour. Use Nikita's cordless products anytime, anywhere. One system.
Is your editing as slow as this? Look at this dude. Oh, you can remove your edit. Look at this guy. I know. No edit delay. No edit delay. If you want to edit like this with no edit delay, wash around the whole video. I want to realize how all my daddies need them edit tips to make your edits as smooth as James Johnson. Now, I want to realize this video is going to help you get lower latency, lower edit delay, and get edits as fast as how James Charles rails me in the. But next up, you better like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, or James Charles is going to be your room at 3 AM tomorrow, and he's going to give you a kiss on the cheek. I mean, I wouldn't complain, but like and subscribe. Oi. Yo, go down to the comments and comment what time you go to bed, so I know when to sneak in. Yeah. Nah, on a real. Comment what time you actually go to sleep. Hey, anyways, that's the intro. Let's hop straight into the tips, boys. Alrighty, boys, so we're now in game. Let's flip down to lap cam, and then let's go ahead and start reading off tips for you. Oh, Jamesy. Alrighty, so for the first tip, it's going to be quite simple. It's going to be removing a bit of input delay from your console to your controller. Now, the reason I say this is because a lot of people don't actually think about this too much. Now, what this is you see a controller in my hand right now, and then obviously your console is a different place to the location. 90% of you guys don't have your controllers plugged in, and you usually have it in a stored away in a cabinet underneath your TV or something. Now, why this is bad is because where your controller is to where your actual console is, perhaps in a cupboard, the distance between that actually matters. So with a representative on my fingers, as you can see, if your console and your controller are this close, your edit delay is going to be very small. If your controller and your console are this far apart, then your edit delay is going to be way worse, and basically you just need to remove stuff between the distance of your controller and your console and shorten that gap between it. But once I play with my controller plugged in, well, actually, I don't know if any of you guys realize this, but on console, they actually always go ahead and use wireless connections. Now, even though your controller is plugged in, that just charges the battery of your controller. That just gives it the power you see on your controller. And then, from there, it still connects wirelessly to your controller. So to wrap up the first tip, basically just shorten the distance between your console and your controller, play closer to your console, and you'll get way less input delay and edit delay. Now, coming in with tip number 2, this is actually about weathering of your gear. Now, what is weathering, you ask, Woods? Well, basically, if you have a look at my controller, my thumbsticks are getting pretty old, as you can tell. Now, what this means with these cheesy-ass, nasty controller grips means that my controller is actually pretty old. Now, if you know that your controller... So you want to double edit faster and overall just become a way faster editor in Fortnite? Well, don't worry, because this video is exactly that, and you will end up just as fast as this editor. This professional editor actually is using every single one of the tips included in today's video, and that is not a joke. They share them around, but don't worry, I got you, and I exposed all of these secret tips that they use to be the fastest editors. But hey, what's up? My name is Woods, and welcome back to a new tip video. Here on my channel, we actually do it a bit differently, as we are actually a family that each supports each other. So what that means is you guys get to actually request your own tip videos personalized to you, and all you have to do is subscribe with notifications on, and then be early on a video and comment the video afterwards, and the best amount of FPS possible. It's extremely useful for you console players that can't really get FPS any other way. This will definitely help you get even faster at editing. Obviously though, these tips can't be replicated in an actual match, as you would have a plain island, so we're actually going to go ahead and use some insane settings that will help you in a public match itself. You want to move into your settings, and actually in this wheel here, you want to make sure that the building tab that you actually have confirm edit on release, and what this will do is when you go ahead and play something to edit, as soon as you select it, it will edit it for you, and you won't have to confirm, basically doubling your speed straight away, making a double edit way faster. So make sure you have turbo building on. If you don't, then I don't know what the hell you're doing, turn that bad boy on. Alright, but these are cool and all, but let's go ahead and have a look at some binds that can actually help you double edit faster. Alright, so moving over to the binds right. have two different sets of buttons. So if you actually have a controller and you don't have scuff or anything like that, and you actually play claw, then what I actually recommend for you guys to do is actually see here, left stick. You actually want to make sure that your left stick is actually your edit button, so that basically when you are actually moving around, you won't actually have to take the finger off the stick to go and click a different button, therefore hindering your ability to edit fast. However, if you do this, then obviously you're going to actually have to turn on sprint by default, so that you won't have to actually use that button for sprinting, which honestly you don't ever need to not be sprinting in Fortnite, so I definitely recommend turning that bad boy off. Yeah, this next tip here is actually really special, and a lot of you may know not about this, and that is actually you want to have a single edit bind somewhere on your controller, and then separately just bind some random button to switch mode / edit. Now, as you can see here, having switch mode / edit, for some reason that lowers your input delay when it comes to editing on a controller, and it just makes it so much faster, and it makes sure that your double edits are way quicker. This next one is for you controller players on PC, and what you actually want to do is go over to here, and you actually want to change the controller platform over to generic, and for some reason on PC, it just gives you way less input lag, and you can double edit everything like that way faster. It's so much better. Okay, so now how to actually practice your double edit speed and actually improve it is by going over to the created and going over to the devices tab. Then you want to scroll down until you see this thing right here. This is called the movement modulator. You want to hit A to equip that bad boy, and then all you got to do is place 2 floors just like so. Go ahead and place down these 2 traps like this, and what this will do is speed our movement up. And now we're going to go into one of them and make sure the speed is on fast, and then set the duration to infinite and hit accept. Okay, and then go over to the other one and change that to normal and put down infinite as well, just so that we can reset back to normal speed after practicing on the high speed. Now the reason why we do this is if you ever heard of the actual phrase train harder and play harder, well, what this means is with the speed, if we actually are editing way quicker than we would usually, then when it comes to actually editing on normal speed, it'll be way quicker and feel so much easier when we just edit at normal speed. So you want to go ahead and practice your speed in the fast motion, and then when it comes to, if you move over here to the actual pad, change your speed back to normal, then it will feel so slow and it'll be so much easier to actually edit everything way quicker. Trust me, you want to try this out. You know, not everyone can edit in 2 times speed, so that's how I actually set you guys up with this next tip. So what you want to do is actually, when it comes to editing, this is a really important tip to slow yourself down sometimes and actually run the ramp diagonally, and what this will do is actually give you more time to actually edit the thing. If you think about it logically, if you run straight up, you'll hit it as soon as possible, whereas if you go diagonally, it's the longest way across the ramp, giving you the longest time. So what you're going to do is actually go ahead and run across the ramp, and it'll give you the longer time to edit it, and then place it, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to go left to right just like this, and it'll be way smoother and slower, so it gives you more time to practice. Well, I only recommend this if you're only just getting started. If you feel like double editing isn't quite your standard just yet, then you can always just go ahead and place 1 floor just like this, and go every 2 ramps instead, so it gives you a bit more of that breathing room. And then when you feel like to spice up a bit more, you can start doing once every ramp, you can go ahead and do it. And then do the same things with pyramids, it's literally no different. And then when you feel a bit more saucy, you can go ahead and start doing it every single time instead. Then if you've got both of these under control, you can go ahead and actually start to do both of them at the same time, or go ahead and do both of them once every 2 ramps, giving you a bit more of that breathing time in between. So go ahead and reset. Now this next tip is absolutely massive, and I definitely recommend trying this out if you are struggling, and if you ever run into things like this where you go ahead and actually place a wall by accident afterwards, or you actually go ahead and, let's say for example, like edit the wrong time or something, the best thing to do is because you are editing with your map out, it still actually has the chance to build something after you actually go ahead and edit. So what you want to do is actually place everything down. So for example, place your pyramid and floors down, and then switch back to your pickaxe, and then you can't build anything and you can only edit. So it should mean that you can only edit, and it should be extra speedy, and you can go ahead and get through them all. Unfortunately though, this will be an extra motion you have to add in, because obviously you have to switch back to your pickaxe each time, but honestly you can get used to it after a while, and it's really easy. Now if you're looking to actually just speed up the whole thing entirely and actually just work on how you can actually improve the speed of your builds, now you've got the actual building mechanic. Now the best way to actually improve the speed is by doing this little trick here. So you want to place a pyramid and a floor just like so, and then you want to go ahead and go up, edit these 2 just like that, then close these 2 back up, and then repeat the process by editing these 2, closing it back up, editing these 2, closing it back up, editing these 2, closing it back up, and you get the idea that you just want to keep going around in circles, and it'll actually help you speed up resetting and editing at the same time, doing double edits and double resets at the same time, and you'll get really speedy. We can actually come back down to our 2 times speed pad right here, and now what this will mean is we can actually go ahead and edit in 2 times speed and do this way quicker if you found it was getting really easy beforehand. Now obviously what happens then is when we go back to our 1 time speed, we'll be so quick. However, I would just like to let you guys know, if you are struggling, then just add in 2 stairs just like so. And yeah, by doing this, obviously with double editing and we're also double resetting at the same time, so it actually builds up our speed, not only for double editing, but also double resetting. You can actually go ahead and start to pull off more complicated edits, so you can actually do a bunch of different things. And so you want to double your editing speed in Fortnite? Well, you can learn how to do so with these secret editing tips that only pros know, but I'm going to be exposing them in today's video, so you can learn how to double your editing speed in 10 minutes only. These tips will apply to PC controller players on console, anything like that, guys. Trust me, whatever the platform is, you'll be able to double your editing speed, and you'll be so much faster after this video. And I know that sounds crazy, and you want to skip right to the action, but just hear me out for a second, because I've got some juicy info and a disclaimer. And that is, if you are new to this channel, then I'm a Fortnite tip YouTuber in all loads of different areas. And if you want to get better at Fortnite at all, then make sure to go subscribe right now, because it's literally free, and you're going to be improving every single day if you watch my videos. Also, if you are watching this before we hit 90,000 subscribers, then help me get to 9,000 subscribers, guys. We're so close. Please help me out. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I actually let my fans decide what tip videos they want to see, so you can get your own personal tip video made for you, and all you got to do is subscribe with notifications and be early on a video and request a tip video. Also, guys, let's go ahead and aim for 1,500 likes, guys. I know we can do it. Everyone has to go drop a like right now if you want to hit that. But other than that, let's hop straight into the first tip, guys. Here we go. Alrighty, guys, so the first thing on today's video, and the first tip is actually going to be how to actually lower the input delay so we can actually edit faster. Now, this is just a basic tip that not everyone may not know. And this is when you first load into Fortnite, there's actually 3 different options here, and it actually does matter which one you click on. So if I click on Creative, it actually gives me the best settings for Creative with the lowest input delay and ping possible. For Battle Royale, it gives you the ping that you would play in a normal match, and it isn't that great, and the FPS can sometimes be quite stuttery. And then obviously Save the World can even be even worse, because it sometimes has 30 frames per second in that. So anyways, guys, what you're going to be clicking on is Creative. Make sure you always click on Creative before to start with, even if you're just going into a public match afterwards. Okay, guys, now this next tip can vary for who can actually do this, but I would still recommend giving it a go nevertheless, even if you don't think you can. So what you're going to do is, when you actually are in the home screen here, before you load into Creative, to get even lower ping and actually the best ping possible, and actually lower our ping, because we need the best ping possible to edit fast, what you have to do is go into here, and where it says Creative, come down here where it says Custom Options. You can do some controller and console, obviously the same thing. And all you got to do is just type in some random ass letters and numbers to start your own custom matchmaking key. Now you may be thinking, what the hell am I doing this for? Now the reason to actually doing this is basically it will make your own game a local game to your internet, and it will actually give you the best ping. Rather than connecting to Fortnite servers, you're actually hosting the game yourself. So the creative lobby not only is created, but it's also hosted on a local internet on your internet, giving you the best ping possible and the fastest editing. Then let's load into the next tip. Alright, guys, now this next tip is actually kind of undefeated and makes your ping even better, and obviously we need even better ping to make sure that we can hit that 0 ping. I currently already have it, but for some of you guys that already struggle with ping, then this next tip is going to help you out massively and make sure that you can edit as fast as you possibly can. So what we're going to do is actually come up to some of these island codes right here, and you see where the number, we're actually be putting in this special map code like this. I'm going to go ahead and type it in now. Okay, so when you go ahead and get this code in here, I'm going to leave it on screen for a second. You want to go ahead and put this in on your creative map.
Go.
And it's a map for better ping. Now I'll explain what this is while I actually put these in, and all of the island.
In the game, your friend.
Nah. He not in. He left. He selected it?
Yeah.
But it still says 2 people in here. Already got something to another thing. Oh, he is in here. Something to another one. I've heard looking. Yeah. The grappler. Well, it only got one grappler, but okay. Okay. Can't break it.
Hey, I see you. I can't break it.
Wow. Look, I'm gonna float this way. Come here, bro. Bro, you do. Come here. He can't hear me or something. Let me see his edits. I do got my mic on. You hear me?
You're not in party chat.
Oh. Bro, Iron Man. Come here, Iron Man. And mute me. Iron Man. Iron Man, come here, come here, come here. Come here, though. Man, where even my nigga just playing? Come here, bro. Come here, bro. Come here. Come here. Let me see if you to float me, or let me see if I can float you. Hold up, break this. Break.
Just hold him.
Hold up. I changed my settings, that's the reason.
Uh-huh.
No, for real, I did.
You changed your settings, but you're not your edit bar.
Yes, I did.
You changed your edit bar?
Yes. I edit with L. Left stick.
No, you don't.
He just jumped on it. Alright, bro. Who wanted 1v1 first?
Me.
Alright, bro. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. We gotta reset though. If we had reset bills on here. Oh, my bad, my bad. Here.
I can't pick up other stuff
Wow.
from other players who said that.
I got minis right here. What you just did? Oh, you respawned.
You know how to respond?
I forgot. I mean, I didn't forget to respond. Reset all these videos. Now my you edit. You know I don't know how to edit
No,
that.
you can't edit that. You only can edit, oh shit. You only can edit one?
Yep.
Oh.
I can't even edit my own wall. I'm playing so bad right now.
It is bad, I'm telling you.
I need to get on my Builder Pro.
You're trying to be like a fast editor like Rick when you really not.
I ain't trying to be like Riff. I'm never gonna be like Riff. Cause he a macro. I got my wall as window. I can't even do a double edit. That's how bad I am. Cause I'm on Builder Pro. And I got 250 thingy.
You play Combat Pro?
Huh?
You play Combat Pro or something?
No, wait, don't
Why
kill
you
me.
keep making excuses about playing on Builder Pro?
I'm on Builder Pro because I can't do nothing. Wait. So I just turned my edit hold down now. I'm like,
Custom is Builder Pro too.
huh?
Custom is Builder Pro too.
Oh, it is not.
Yes, it is. It's the same build.
You can't change your stuff on Builder Pro.
Yes, you can. Oh my god.
No, you can't.
But custom is Builder Pro. You can just change your edit bond, bro.
Yeah, but not on Builder Pro. Try to change your stuff on
It's the
Builder Pro.
same thing. You just can't change your bond.
And my wall is still a window. Why is it? Oh, come on, Dada.
Conqueror.
Dada. Dada, I tricked you so hard with it.
It's too easy.
No, it's not. You want to 1v1 too, bro? Okay. Wait, let me turn white. I don't want to be white. I want to be blue. I'ma beat you this round. Even though I can't edit it. I can't edit. Oh, I can't edit with this. It's that was neat. At least I edit a stair. Wait, hold up. This is the reason. Okay, I'm getting used to it now. Well, I'm not getting used to double edits yet. You only 1v1 game, bro? Gonna get clapped. One v one him. He probably can't hear you. Because my mic is close to the phone. Who's your mind? I would just add it. Yeah. It's your mind. Okay. Let me 1v1. Let me see how trash he is.
Both of y'all trash.
You just left it up.
I know, because y'all trash.
Come on, bro. Let's 1v1 then. Let's 1v1. I hit him. If he don't kill me, and I'm playing on this bad sense, my nigga just overbuild. Bro, stop doing that, for real. I'm gonna kick you out of the lobby. I hate you. Man, you can't do nothing with that. You can't laser me. So just stop. Trying to snipe me. You can't snipe me, you know that, right? You only gonna snipe the freaking stair. Now who got high round, boy? Stop overbuilding, and I will do it to you. Alright, let me forget you. You cheating. You just gonna cheat all day. Like what kind of freaking thing do you do? What are you trying to do? For real, stop overbuilding. We're finna get to max height. Like, oh my god. I hope you fall. You gonna build right back up because you don't got no grappler. Oh my god. You lucky you got a footprint though. What's up, bro? Edit that. Alright, for real, stop doing that. God dang. That's what you get. Alright, now I'm scared. You just lagged out. The freaking lobby. Yeah, he just lagged out of the lobby. I was trying to say, can I float you? But never mind. You're so pretty.
What you guys want to be doing is making sure that all of the islands are like this, and basically what it is all of these islands are actually sourced from different actual creators around the globe, and Epic actually implements it in here. However, if you go ahead and use this island here where it's completely clear, it has nothing in it to actually load, then it will basically mean that there's less stress on your game, and your creative island can focus on the only island that you're actually using, that one down there, and you can obviously have all of these empty, and none of them will actually be using up any ping or any download speeds or anything like that. So make sure you go ahead and do them all, except from this one. For some reason there isn't a code available, but you just want to make sure that all of these have the map for better ping code in it, and then once you do that, head into your island. Okay, great. So now you're actually in your island. Some of the tips I'm actually teaching you now, it's quite basic. This one is just, but then we'll move over to something more advanced in a minute to actually help you improve your editing speed. This first one's quite simple, and it's basically just have a really open area for your creative island. Only have like 2 builds and a chest, what you actually need. Don't be playing on those crazy islands, have so much like random stuff around it, because it's just going to be making you lag with more input delay. Okay, now this next tip is actually really secret, and you guys may not know about this, but this is actually something that Fortnite added recently. And if you go into your settings, I'm going to go ahead and go over here, and you go over to this controller setting right here, you can actually see this right down here. You see the controller platform? It has Xbox, PlayStation, and generic. Now, obviously, a lot of people would play, or if they have an Xbox controller, they would use Xbox. If they have PS4, they would use PS4. But the actual secret setting you guys want to be using is this thing called generic. Now, what this thing is actually something that Fortnite added themselves that basically has the lowest input delay, because basically the Xbox and PS4 controllers are actually different to each other in terms of stick drift, input delay, and whatnot. And basically, Fortnite added this default controller setting that has basically 0 input delay, so it matches both of the controllers but gives you the best input delay and everything like that. And you guys want to be making sure that you use this to edit on. It's insane, trust me. This next tip here is actually going to improve your editing speed drastically, and you guys definitely need to listen up. So what we're going to go ahead and do is go into your settings once again. This is another setting tip that anyone could change and you'll instantly double your editing speed. And basically what this is obviously you guys need to be making sure that you use a single edit bind. So for example here, I use the left stick. This is actually really good for the claw players because you don't actually have to take your finger off the actual stick to actually edit the thing, because you can just click down on the left stick and edit. However, that's not the tip, obviously. You guys want to be making sure you have a single edit bind somewhere on your controller. And then from there, you want to make sure that you have a separate edit bind that says switch mode /edit. Now what this does is for some reason it lowers your input delay. I think it's because you have 2 inputs then to edit with, and for some reason it gives you less input delay. Just make sure one of the things on your D-pad perhaps or something that isn't used up, just make sure it says switch mode /edit as well as a normal edit bind, and it will double your editing speed, trust me. Okay, now this next tip is actually going to be quite hard to understand, and you guys just have to listen to me out and don't skip this, because it actually is really important you understand what I'm about to say. So basically how it's going to work is everyone knows what the confirm edit bind on release means. However, not everyone actually uses this ability. So obviously everyone knows when we first start playing Fortnite, once you edit something, you have to edit, select, and then confirm it. But with the edit on release thing, as soon as you select it, it edits it for you. But everyone seems to be doing it wrong, and I don't understand why they're doing it wrong. So basically, to do it correctly and how Fortnite actually intended you to use it, is basically if you go into your settings here, you want to be making sure that where it is, it's down here, you want to be making sure that the confirm edit to release button is turned on. However, when you guys actually edit, you still want to be clicking and selecting, and then hit B to confirm afterwards, or circle, or whatever your old confirm button was. You want to click the confirm button after it anyways. It doesn't matter even if it's not going to do anything, you just want to be clicking it, because that basically how it's going to work is by you clicking that confirm button. If any of you guys have ever noticed, just hitting the buttons together, it doesn't actually edit that fast. But if you add in the actual confirm button in there, then basically it gives you that spacer between the edits to actually make sure that you can go at your full speed, and it's so quick then, trust me. Alright, now this next tip here is actually quite basic, but not everyone can do this, and everyone should be able to get this mechanic down. Now what this is actually making things go invisible. And now you might be thinking this is absolutely useless, and why the hell would I do this? But listen up. So basically how Fortnite works with editing is there's actually a sweet spot with everyone's input delay and ping combined. There's basically a sweet spot that you guys need to get down. And how you can master this sweet spot to edit as fast as you can is by starting off editing pretty slow, just like this, and start to speed up. And when you start to speed up, notice when there's a point where you actually stop editing because you're going so far. So you actually stop editing, you're smashing the buttons together, but you're actually not editing anything. Like then, I was not editing anything. That is the sweet spot, so you just need to go a little bit slower than that. And then when you master that editing speed, then you can go ahead and edit so quick, it's unbelievable. As you can see there, I was editing too fast, my input delay and ping. But when you go ahead and find that sweet spot, then you can go ahead. Guys, trust me, you need to find your sweet spot, and all you got to do to practice that is by doing a simple edit just like this, a single tile, and just going slowly and speeding up until you find that sweet spot where you can just keep on editing so fast. So as you can see here, I just edited invisible, and this is what it will look like when you spam edit it that fast. Eventually it will go invisible like just like this, and when you can actually start to master this technique to make it go invisible, that is when you know you found your sweet spot and you can edit at maximum speed. And let's move on to the next tip. Okay, awesome. Now we've actually got down editing a simple tile square very fast, but you need to overall become a faster editor in Fortnite and edit like walls faster, edit stairs faster, everything like that. And how we actually be improving that is by actually having our dead zone down below. And now don't skip yet, I know you might be thinking dead zone's a very simple thing, but let me just hear you out, just listen to this. So when you go over to your settings and you scroll all the way down to your dead zone, you just need to have a look at this. So when I go down here to my dead zone, you can actually see this thing over here. To it on my mouse, and now you see this little yellow circle and this blue circle. So for me here, as you can see, what this actually is this little blue circle in here, not the yellow circle, that's my stick drift, but the little blue circle is actually how far you actually have to move your stick to actually activate your movement of your character. So now what I actually personally would recommend is having this dead zone very low, so if you do have any stick dead zone, as you can see here, my dead zone is practically perfect to my stick drift, and it is absolutely perfect. Try matching the yellow circle to the blue circle, whatever it is. As you can see, mine is pretty spot on, and it is very accurate, as you can see here. Okay guys, so this next tip here is actually going to be really important, and what this is when it comes to editing something like this, or if you're even just editing something like this and you want to edit it way faster and you want to be doing it way more consistent, because honestly guys, editing more consistent is way better in Fortnite than actually editing fast. So how you really start to edit more consistent is, as you just saw why I failed the edit up there, was because I went for something really weird like this, where I was go ahead and shaking the camera loads. Now you might want to be that person that plays with a really shaky screen to make everything look more dramatic, but you're not going to be landing half as many edits if you actually did it with more consistency. Now how can you be consistent? Well, you can be consistent is when you actually go ahead and edit, rather than crazy shakes like this, just go ahead and remember that you only need to move across there if you have good crosshair placement. Now as you can see, if I just move it like this and I do the same thing for that, it's so much faster also if I just do this rather than actually editing and go like all the way crazy and cranking it back. And now how can you actually practice your crosshair placement? So what you actually want to do is edit a wall just like this, come out like this and wrap around some walls. Then edit the wall like this, put some stairs up, wrap around the walls, edit the wall like this, put the stair above, wrap around some walls, and edit this, and you guys can get the idea. You want to go ahead and just keep doing this, and eventually you'll get better crosshair placement. Now I'd recommend doing this before warming up, so you can go ahead and actually warm up your crosshair placement for edits, because it's actually so important. You guys don't understand. Like here, I haven't warmed up, I just got on, so I honestly can't even edit this properly, but I'm sure you guys, when you actually go ahead and get the hang of it, you can go ahead and get this wall placement down so easy, and you should be able to improve your crosshair placement. As you can see, I'm already starting to nail this now. So yeah, as you guys can see, just start doing this sort of thing here and you can improve your crosshair placement. Now of course, every editor is great at editing, but not every editor is great at resetting. Now some edits may require you to do a lot of fast resetting also, so that's why we're going to be working on that, and I'm going to show you how to practice that too. So what we're going to go ahead and do is pull out your pyramid just like so, and you're going to edit it like that, and then you're also going to pull out your floor, and you're going to go ahead and edit out the pre-map, like the pre-setting before you even place it down, edit it just like this. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and move in a straight line and place the pyramid and the floor just like this. Keep doing this for maybe like 5 to 10, maybe something like that. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but just go ahead and place it a load of times so you can actually reset it in a line. Now, of course, you can go ahead and do something boring and just keep walking along like this, but it's not honestly a challenge if you're doing like this. It's not that fast. However, if you are just starting out, you can of course just do this, but it isn't that useful. If you're a lot better at the game than what I'm about to show you, I would recommend
Guys, if you think I got way better at editing, like this video. So these are my edits. All I put is A and B. Guys, if you think I got way better at editing, like this video. These are my edits. A and B what? If you think I got fast at editing, guys. Way better. Way better. This is how you used to edit. But I got way better. All I use O and triangle. I got fast at editing, guys. Way better. Way better. This is how you used to edit. But I got way better. All I use O and triangle. I got fast at editing, guys. I got fast at editing, guys. Way better. I can make myself float now. I got fast at editing, guys. Way better. Way better. This is how I used to edit. But I got way better. All I use O and triangle. I got fast at editing, guys. Way better. Way better. This is how I used to edit. But I got way better. All I use O and triangle. I got fast at editing, guys. Way better. Way better. This is how I used to edit. But I got way better. All I use O and triangle. I got fast at editing, guys.
I know what she was thinking, I know what I wanna see. Bust it, pussy open, tell her bring it back. Bust it, pussy open, tell her bring it. Bam, bam, bam. I don't know what she was thinking, I know what I wanna see. Bust it, pussy open, tell her bring it back. Bust it, pussy open, tell her.
I got fast at
Bam, bam.
So let's go ahead and hop into that. Speed this up and how we're actually going to be improving this, and you can do fast editing. Oh my god!
Baba boy.
And you want to turn your editing from this into the speed of a macro cheetah. And edit with no delay.
Fresh elephant dance.
Well, this is the video for you, I guess.
Hold up.
Alrighty, so you've tuned into this video because I have some secret settings that I'm going to reveal to you sooner or later, and they're going to double your editing speed. Nah, screw that. 3 times your, 5 times your editing speed. Basically, you're going to look like a macro cheetah by the time you end this video. So make sure you watch all the way through so you pick up all the tips and soak them all up. As I can tell you now, they aren't easy to understand, but when you do, you will be insane if you understand what I'm saying. Alright, we're going to jump into some creative 1v1s and test out what it looks like and what it feels like before we activate the settings. Alright, 1v1ing without the secret settings turned on. Oh my god, my game feels horrific. Bro, I've had these settings on for almost a week now. I can't lie, it feels so bad without them on. I cannot wait to chuck on these settings and show you guys what it does. My game feels so bad right now. I'm skipping so many edits. As you can see there, my tracking was pretty bad, but when we get these settings on, trust me, it'll be insane. Bro, my thing's jittering so much and lagging without these settings. My game feels kind of laggy though still. time to show you guys these settings so I can make myself into an absolute big righty. Now we're going to start to talk about the settings that I'll be going on about all videos so you can enhance your edit speed so you can edit way faster. So the first thing you want to go ahead and do is come over to your settings. Now everyone should have this if you're on a PS4 Pro, Xbox, whatever you should be on. There should be an option called motion blur. Now let me just explain this to you. If you turn it off, what actually happens is when motion blur actually activates, it's a bit like when you render a video if you've ever done that before. Now what happens is it renders each frame when you play the game and it actually adds a blur to each frame. Now what that's going to do is actually add an extra step, and now adding an extra step between your frames actually increases the input lag. So when you move your stick, it adds a little bit of input lag if you have motion blur on. So make sure you turn motion blur off if you have the option, but if you don't, then don't worry, let's get into the next step. Now the next step is very easy and it's actually, it adds a little bit of input lag if you have motion blur on. So make sure you turn motion blur off if you have the option, but if you don't, then don't worry, let's get into the next step. Now the next step is very easy. It adds a little bit of input lag if you have motion blur on. So make sure you turn motion blur off if you have the option, but if you don't, then don't worry, let's get into the next step. Now the next step is very easy and is actually in the audio tab. Don't worry, we're about to get into it for a second, so keep watching for that. For the meantime, hear me out. So sound quality is actually a really thing when it comes to Fortnite. Now if you actually have high or low, there's honestly not much of a difference, but what this actually allows you to do is there's a thing called HD audio. Now HD audio takes up way more input to lag because it actually has to process better audio, once again causing you more input lag when you click buttons and whatnot. And by decreasing this input lag, by turning on to low, you can barely even hear the difference, let alone also it now activates you to be able to click these buttons faster and they register faster, meaning that you can obviously go ahead and edit fast. That's pretty much it for the next one, but now let's talk about this main secret setting you've all been waiting for in today's video. There's a laggy. My thing's during. To show you guys these settings so I can make myself into an absolute big righty. Now we're going to start to talk about the set Xbox, whatever you should be on. There should be an option called motion blur. Now let me just explain this to you. If you turn it off, what actually happens is when motion blur adds a blur to each frame. Now what that's going to do is actually add an extra step, and now adding an extra step between your frames actually increases the input lag. So when you move your stick, it adds a little bit of input lag if you have motion blur on. So make sure you turn motion blur off if you have the option, but if you don't, then don't worry, let's get into the next step. Now the next step is very easy and is actually in the audio tab. Don't worry, we're about to get into it. It adds a little bit of input lag if you have motion blur on. So make sure you turn motion blur off if you have the option, but if you don't, then don't worry, let's get into the next step. Now the next step is very and is actually in the audio tab. Don't worry, we're about to get into an even secret second, so keep watching for that. For the meantime, hear me out. So sound quality is actually a really important thing when it comes to Fortnite. Now if you actually have high there's honestly not much of a difference, but what this actually allows you to do is there's a thing called HD audio. Now HD audio takes up way more input to lag because it actually has to process better audio, once again causing you more input lag when you click buttons and whatnot. And by decreasing this input lag, by turning it on to low, you can barely even hear the difference, let alone also it now activates you to be able to click these buttons faster and they register faster, meaning that you can obviously go ahead and edit fast. That's pretty much it for the next one, but now let's talk about this main secret setting you've all been waiting for in today's video. So this next secret setting is actually in the controller tab. And now what this is, no matter if you're playing on Xbox, PS4, Nintendo Switch, listen up. So what everyone knows actually how it happens is that you have a switch mode and you have an edit bind. If you don't, make sure you have a single edit bind just to start off with. But next, what you need to do is actually add something else called a switch mode / edit bind. Now, as you can see down here, as you can see, it actually doesn't have anything currently registered to it. Now, this secret button here, if you register it to maybe something like something on the D-pad where you don't ever press, it can just be a button that you never press. Register the switch mode / edit. Now, this secret bind that has never been binded to something in your life, for some reason, Fortnite actually added it, so that if you add this, it actually takes away some of the input lag between when it actually goes to editing and the switch mode. Don't ask me how it works, just trust me on this one. By having two separate binds here, if you have an edit bind and a build mode bind, so if I come over here to my settings, I have a switch mode bind over here, and I also have a single edit bind. If you have this single bind here, it has both of them combined in the single bind, it removes the delay between them, and actually makes it so you can edit way faster, and it's a secret bind. So now let's have a look what this would look like in a 1v1, and actually beast some kids with it. Bro, it feels so smooth right now. Holy, you guys need to try these settings now. Oh, baby. Let's go. You Flea? Wait, no way, you're not Flea. I'm not believing that. He wears that skin.
Then so you have to get hacked, okay?
Alright, so you're a hacker? You're gonna show me hacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, does anyone want a 1v1?
Yeah, sure. Let's make a bet. If I beat you, you subscribe to my channel.
Okay, cool. Beat me how many times? Like, best of 3 or what?
You choose, 3, I guess.
Oh, alright, I see you. It's so laggy. This is so... okay, drum gun, I see you.
Sure. Oh!
Bro, no cap, it's so laggy.
Are you PC or something?
Yeah, good controller though.
Oh, nice shot. Oh. Wow, GG's. 1-1.
1-1. Okay, 1-1.
Bro, what? You clapped me then.
My man's playing scrims, bro.
Hey, don't bully me like that. No way. How low were you before?
I was 40 health just then.
Oh, your side jumps are so clean. Hey, bro, that was a bit nasty, not gonna lie. What? 54.
Yeah. What's your health?
76. What are we?
I'm 33.
What? Wait, how much were you?
I was 33, man.
I hit you for 33. What? Or 32? What? Nah, you're not controller.
Yes, I am.
Nah, I'm not believing that. You Flea? Wait, no way, you're not Flea. I'm not believing that. He wears that skin.
Are you actually Flea?
No.
You sound like Flea too. Siri, what server does Flea play on?
That's asking Siri.
Does
There's no way. You are Flea.
No, I'm not Flea. No.
You said exactly like him. There's no way.
Every Australian sounds the same. We'll get the accent.
Nah.
If I was Flea, what would I be doing 1v1ing you in creative field? Like, what? Why would I do that?
Bro, you are Flea.
Nah, fam.
Bro, how does it feel? Like, oh, your recent video, I don't know if it's your recent one, but that Phase 5 video was insane.
Yeah, I saw that video Flea put out. It was actually pretty cool. I really hope he joins Phase.
You didn't see it. You made it. All those edits. He literally has that exact same skin for that video that he made.
Yeah, it's a starter pack skin. Everyone's got this.
I swear. Oh, he's gonna clap me up. No way. Please, don't even embarrass me like that with those quadruple edits.
Quadruple edits. Alright, next 1v1 wins. Alright.
And then you have to tell me if you're actually Flea or not. We all know who Flea is, and all know who he sounds like. Let's go, tell me, are you Flea or not? Are you Flea or not?
Not Flea. I'm not Flea.
You are Flea! He talks in the same tone. Wait, Flea, come here. On God, are you Flea?
Yes, I'm Flea.
Are you actually Flea?
Yes, I'm actually Flea.
No way. No way.
Yeah.
Do you just troll people like this? Like, wait, I'm so confused what server you play on.
They see.
Okay, if you're Flea, wait, don't look at your phone. You have to tell me in under 5 seconds how many followers you have on Instagram.
351k.
Let's see. You do? Words that is me. Wait, don't look at your phone. You have to tell me in under 5 seconds how many followers you have on Instagram.
351k.
Let's see. You do? Words that is the real Flea. I literally watched your setup video 500 times. How many monitors do you have?
I have 6.
6 monitors. Okay, what level is Flea?
I'm 78 right now.
That is Flea. That is the real Flea. Nah, you need to prove it. You need to prove this.
I need to prove that I'm Flea.
What? Why are you playing Phil Creative, bro?
How do I prove that I'm actually real Flea?
Okay, when did Flea make his video on the Phase 5 application thingy?
2 weeks ago.
No way. Flea? This can't be real. Wait a minute. You have to prove it.
How do I prove it? I've already proved it.
Go on Instagram and just say hi to me.
What's your Instagram?
I just texted you.
Alright. Just said hi.
No way! What?
Oh my God.
It's the real Flea! What? No way! Do you actually need to go, bro?
Yeah, I actually do need to go right now though.
Yeah, that's all good. Bro, thanks for joining.
Yeah,
like,
no
what? You're insane, bro.
GG's on the 1v1s, man. I had fun.
See you later, bro.
Alright, so that was literally the first creative field game. Let's jump into another one. Creative field, let's get it. Come on, buddy, clutch up. You got this. Clutch up for the boys.
My YouTubers actually eat that D445.
What?
Wait, are you red?
No, we are friends.
What?
I know how to get hacked. And I'm gonna get hacked and kill you.
You're gonna get hacks and kill me.
Yeah, because I already have hacks. And I know how to get hacked. And I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay, come kill me with hacks.
Okay. Tell you. I told you I have hacks. I can kill you.
You've hacks? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll show you hacks, alright?
No, but I already have hacks. Okay, alright, okay, I'm right here. Wait, woo! Come here. Just come. Oh my gosh, no, bro.
I thought you had hacks. Did you forget to turn the hacks on?
Yeah, I put that hat on.
Have you got hacks now?
Yeah, I have hacks already. Come right here with me. I'm gonna show you how to get hacked, okay?
Alright.